evening from Yami B TV. Wishing you all well today. Sending loads of love as usual. Um, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, past and present. Coming from Yami B TV. I'm looking back and I'm going through all scenarios of, mothers that weren't there, that didn't last long in life, that where unfortunately some of us lost our mothers very, very early in life, never ever got the chance to, experience such moments as Happy Mother's Day. We've also got the mothers today who have family around them, but I find out today they don't get a text message or a phone call or nothing from family members telling them Happy Mother's Day. How does that make the mother feel, really? And what about when it's different when we're in prison as well? I notice when a lot of mothers come up to see their sons in jail, the change in behaviour from the inmates is remarkable. I've seen the men get slapped by their mothers on visits, and the mother's not best pleased with them being in prison. But the change in behaviour and attitude shows real humanity, the real human side of life, really, that we are all just human, really, when it comes to the simple things in life, that you could have been the baddest man that ever lived out there, but when your mum comes, you're the nicest boy in the world, and probably that's how you were meant to be, because if you can do it with your mother, why can't you do it with every other single person out there? Or does she just have that special hold over you because it was her that brought you into the world? My heart goes out to the ones that don't have, me. I don't have the luxury of saying Happy Mother's Day to my mother, but it doesn't mean that I still can't celebrate Happy Mother's Day, as a remembrance, even though she's gone now, and many of us, especially my age group and even younger, really, who can't get a chance to say Happy Mother's Day, but inside of them, they can take the day as a special day of remembrance of some kind. But, my heart goes out as well to those that really do appreciate their mothers as well, who take the time out to make their day very, very special, to make the mother feel, that they've done enough for them in life, and that without them, their lives, wouldn't have even been around, kind of thing. You wouldn't even have had a chance to live this life, whether good or bad, if you get what I mean. So I'm looking at it from all sides of the coin, and there's some real sad bits as well with people that, sadly didn't have a mother even to even have the chance to ever experience a Happy Mother's Day. You can say Happy Mother's Day to all mothers to make them feel a bit better, if you get what I mean, which is what I would do if I see a mother or I talk to a mother. Happy Mother's Day to you, because I know that you've got children, and it's going to be taken, they're going to take it as a day of their day, like a Father's Day, even almost. Like, it's the same kind of thing, isn't it? That your mother's going to feel absolutely delighted that she's remembered for being part of your life and playing some kind of part in your life. But is it bad that you have a mother but you don't, give her the praise and respect, that there's bad blood and she's not going to be remembered? And how does she really feel about that? Do mothers carry a lot of guilt over their part in certain things that they never get over, or do they even care that they get a Happy Mother's Day or not? I'm not particularly up to the time of the whole Mother's Day thing, but I know, having lost mothers, my mum, and most of you I find on here have lost mums. And interesting, like I said to you, that the closeness between mothers and inmates is of a high standard. That the person, you think that I never got a lot of visits, obviously, hardly. I think during my whole 40 years, I got one visit of my mother. But I never used to like my mother coming up anyway, so I was pretty glad for that. There's always a hurtful experience for me, for my mum to come and sit on the table and face me, if you get what I mean. I didn't know what to say, and you don't, at them times when I'm younger, I don't know whether there's resentment or whether I'm secretly blaming her for the things that have happened to me, that you don't want to see her, or your mum's going to start crying when she sees you, when she comes up on the visits. And even worse than that, that there's times when your mother comes to visit you and she's going to get strip searched at the gate. Many lifers have been tested this way. Important, you lot know that. When you're trying to come down in category, the system will play little games with you and set you up so that your mother comes to see you and they strip search you just to see if you react in a violent way, so that they can say that, look, he hasn't changed. Sorry, the slurper. He hasn't changed. Look, he went mad because we strip searched his mother. So that shows that his risk is still very high, because he can still get angry over such things, when really, in reality, strip searching your mother at the gate is, for a man in prison, real feel of disrespect and a diabolical liberty. When you lie there and you think that they got your mother in a corner of a room, going through clothes and taking them and degrading her and that kind of stuff, it can leave bitter anger, bitter anger. I was so glad. The one thing I was grateful for, that I was at least outside to see the last moments of my mother's life, because I didn't have those experiences of what Mother's Day actually means. But for a mother who doesn't get nothing from nobody, and she's got family out there, my heart goes out to you as well, because you've got a lot of stuff to live with. Guilt, shame. A lot of mothers carry guilt, that maybe they could have done things better for their children and whatever. But are they to be forgiven? Me, I would always forgive. I would always forgive, because I don't believe that any mother is beyond redemption. But then finding out that some actually hate their mothers, and they would never pick up the phone to say Happy Mother's Day to them for their own reasons. And for some might even be right, but I look at it from all angles. But mostly, my heart goes out to those that don't have the privilege and the chance to say face to face, Happy Mother's Day. All right, I'll be back up in a minute with another question answered, which I'm going to answer about being guilty and not guilty, and getting off this and getting off that. So see you all shortly. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Love you all dearly.